The Magical Library of Ever-Changing Adventures. Arthur and Helena's journey. Once upon a time in a quiet little town, Arthur and Helena discovered a secret library tucked away behind the dusty shelves of an old bookstore. This was no ordinary library, it was magical. In this wondrous place, one could actually step into the stories and experience them firsthand. "Look, Helena, this place is amazing!" Arthur exclaimed as they wandered through aisles filled with glowing books. Each book seemed to shimmer with its own light, inviting them to open it. "I can't believe it, Arthur. Do you think we can actually go inside these stories?" Helena asked, eyes twinkling with curiosity. Before Arthur could answer, an elderly librarian named Mrs. Elmer appeared from behind a towering bookshelf. "Ah, newcomers! Welcome to the Magical Library of Ever-Changing Adventures. Here, you can become a part of the story. But choose wisely, for every story has its own challenges and lessons to teach." Intrigued and a little bit overwhelmed, Arthur and Helena decided they would start with something familiar. They chose a book titled The Kingdom of Eternal Night, and with a nod from Mrs. Elmore, they found themselves transported into a medieval world. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the kingdom. However, the people looked sad and tired. Arthur and Helena learned from a local villager that a dragon had been terrorizing the kingdom, and the sun had not risen in days. Realizing they had a quest, Arthur and Helena decided to confront the dragon and bring back the light. After arduous journeys through treacherous mountains and dark forests, they reached the dragon's lair. But instead of finding a ferocious beast, they met a dragon who was lonely and misunderstood. Helena, using her gift of understanding emotions, talked to the dragon. It turned out that the dragon had stolen the sun because he was trying to create daylight in his cave. He was afraid of the dark. Smiling, Arthur used his knowledge of science to rig a system of mirrors in the dragon's cave. This reflected the outside light and lit up the dragon's dwelling without keeping the entire kingdom in darkness. Grateful and no longer lonely thanks to regular visits from the villagers, the dragon returned the sun to the sky. When Arthur and Helena stepped out of the story, they found themselves back in the magical library. Thrilled by their adventure, they knew they were ready for the next one. This time they chose a book called Jungle's Hidden Treasure. Transported into a dense, tropical jungle, they faced wild animals, solved puzzles, and ultimately found the treasure, a chest filled with books that held the wisdom of the world. Each book they entered taught them new skills, from courage and compassion to knowledge and kindness. But their most significant lesson came from a book titled The Mirror of True Selves. In this story, they faced their own fears and insecurities and came out stronger and more self-aware. The magical library became their sanctuary, a place to grow, learn, and experience the richness of life in ways they had never imagined. And Mrs. Elmer would always greet them with new stories, ready to take them on fresh adventures. So, Arthur and Helena continued their journey, not just in the magical library but also in the real world, taking with them the valuable lessons they had learned. The magical library had not only opened the doors to countless worlds but also to their own potential. And they lived curiously ever after. The end. Thanks for watching.